Hey everybody, what's going on? AmazingWeddingsTV.com, episode 2. Your host D-Raff. What's going on, everybody? Glad you made it out. I am so excited. We are now diving into content. I already had some comments back on the site via email from our introductory episode, talking about how excited people are to get this information, to jump into this community. And I think we've got an amazing opportunity here to create something that's never been done before, have a lot of fun, and make the goal here is to take weddings and make them remarkable, memorable, unique, and absolutely above all else, more fun. All right, that's what we're here to do. That's what I'm here to help you do, and let's jump right into it. So today's episode 2, 2 topics. All right, topic number 1, the grand introduction of the bride and groom into the bridal hall, and how we can make that more fun and exciting and use it as a kind of a launching point for the mood and energy of the night. Okay. Topic number 2 that we're going to talk about is the DJ song library. The number of songs in a DJ song library. Is it important, and should it be used as a promotional tool either on the website or in a conversation to help brides select a vendor, a DJ for their weddings? Does size matter? That's the question. Of course that's the question, but we'll get to that. So let's start with, well actually before we start I want to remind everybody, head on over to the website www.amazingweddingstv.com. From there you can link to our Tumblr blog, our Twitter page, our Facebook fan page. You know what? I need your help. We got to build this community. You know the words, fast and furious. We got to get this thing going. We got to get people on board. I want to see engagement. I want to see comments from you, feedback. Tell me that you hate what I said. Tell me you love what I said. Add your own comments. Let's build this community, because that's the whole reason that we're here, is to build this thing up and make it easier for brides and grooms and vendors to make these events memorable, remarkable, unique, and more fun. All right? Okay, topic number 1, the grand introduction of the bride and groom into the bridal hall. The reason I want to talk about this is because we're seeing that in most instances this is a highly underutilized point in the evening for creating that energy level and making the event fun. You know, when they look at their video years and months and all these, you know, all these instances later on, they want to look back and see how much fun they had, and this is one chance to really kick the night off. So what we see is that a DJ or an MC or whoever is, you know, pushing play on a song, and they talk and they introduce the bridal party and, you know, congratulations, blah blah blah, and it's very, you know, ho hum, humdrum, monotonous. What could be done here is to take that event and raise it on up via the music that you're using and the energy that you use, and it's got to be different for everybody though. That's the key. All right, so there's ways that you can do this as a vendor, and if you're a bride, you know, take this to heart when you're meeting with your DJ or your MC, and you know, and talk this through. Okay, so the first thing, you got to get the information. You got to talk to your bride and groom. And so what we do is we'll schedule a meeting 4, 5, 6 weeks out. We sit down with the bride and groom and we talk to them. And we find out, how did you meet? And who's in your bridal party? And, you know, where's the family coming from? And is there that special song that you heard the first time you kissed? Or, you know, whatever. Just talk to us and walk through that. And we get to know our clients this way. And we start to narrow down ways that we can make this thing just perfect for just them. And I'll give you an example of one. We had a wedding not too long ago where they were big Kid Rock fans. I mean, we're here in Detroit. Kid Rock's big here. And they also had a lot of family from out of town. They wanted to show them some, you know, how we roll in Detroit, so to speak, and really kind of show that off. So we walked through it, and what we did was we started off with a song by Uncle Kracker, actually, who was a kind of a protege DJ side guy to Kid Rock, called Heaven. And the lyrics begin with, if heaven ain't a lot like Detroit, I don't want to go. And, you know, it kind of goes from there. So we wrote like a nice 4-part harmony, and we sang this, and everybody's kind of wondering what the heck's going on. Out of Heaven, then we went right into, out of that intro, right into a song by Kid Rock called Wasting Time. Just a fun, upbeat song, and the band started playing the main melody, kind of looping that. And as they did that, doors in the hall blew open from all over the place, and we introduced a couple from each door. And so I'm up there introducing a couple, and they'd come in from over here and from over here, and the energy's building up, and they're heading to the dance floor, and they're building this like dance procession line, and it's going good, and people in the audience are feeling it, they're having a good time. And then as we get to the bride and groom, we had them on either side of the stage, and the two doors come open, and they come in as we introduce them. Ladies and gentlemen, your bride and groom, give it up, make some noise. We said their name, they come in, and they hit the dance floor right as we then go into the chorus and start singing, and they dance, and it was amazing. It showed off their love of Detroit. We got some fun songs that you may not have normally heard in an intro, and we used that energy, and it really did set the tone for the whole night. But it all started with that conversation about what did they like and how did they meet, and they were actually at a Kid Rock concert, that back in their early dating time, and so that was something that they wanted to focus on. So the meeting with the client to learn what it is about them and what's unique, that's the first step. Alright, with that, as I used in this past example, you need to identify some songs. Pick out a couple songs that you're going to use for this introduction, alright? So you've got these songs, and you've got the information that you need, and of course, any good DJ, any good MC, you're going to get, usually we call it like an info sheet, and it walks through the entire reception, gets you all the names of all the couples that are going to be in it and everything else, and so you use that, and you do some practicing as the DJ or as the MC. You go through this list and you introduce their names. Of course, you got to make sure you have the pronunciations right. I like to spell them the way they sound, as simply as they sound. That's how I'll write them out. But you practice that and you walk through it and you get that set up. And what you get out of that is a kind of a timing of how long you need to introduce these folks before you get to the bride and groom. And now you've got your songs as well. All right. Now the next step, and this is the biggest one for DJs in making this unique and remarkable, memorable, and more fun, is the magic of the remix. We've all been to dance clubs where you're on the dance floor and the DJ, you hear a song but he's beat matching it with the song before and the song after, and he's jumping around from piece to piece. And the way that works, DJs, you all know how this works, but brides, to give you kind of a quick lesson, the DJ software that's out right now, or the tools that we use, they allow us to do loops, which is where you're going from one section and it plays and it jumps back seamlessly and it plays that loop over and over again. That's good when you need to extend a song out to bring another song in. There's things called hot cues where you set a certain point in a song, and by pressing a button it'll jump to that point in the song, and then it can loop that point, and it all does it in time so you never miss a beat. And so you use these tools with the timing that you've practiced on bringing the bride and groom in to kind of script what parts of the songs you want to play as you're doing it. And again, you don't want to be, you want to find the perfect song or the perfect part in the song to talk over as you're doing it. And let me give you another example. Another wedding we had recently, the groom picked out the songs, and he wanted two rockers. He wanted, for the bridal party introduction, Thunderstruck by AC/DC. Awesome song, great intro. And then for the bride and groom, for him and his new wife, he wanted Welcome to the Jungle by Guns N' Roses. Awesome songs, they rock, of course. Problems were two things. Number one, the lead singers of these songs, Thunderstruck, AC/DC, and Welcome to the Jungle, Guns N' Roses, are piercing vocals. I don't want to be introducing couples trying to talk over somebody else singing. It's conflicting. Right, so that's when that loop comes in, where you find a spot, and that's what I did. I went in and did my remix, and I'll talk about that more in a second. Found a spot where it was just the main lick, and Thunderstruck, it's that guitar intro, and Welcome to the Jungle, it's kind of the same thing when the beat hits, and I found a 4-bar loop that I could talk over. Then I hot cued it over to, after I was done introducing all the couples, skipped ahead from that loop right to the main hit of the chorus of Thunderstruck. And then as the best man and maid of honor, we got them in and they were introduced. Then it skipped again to the outro of the song where it took it out. So I didn't have to like reach over and fade it out. It was the outro of the song. And all of that was structured via a remix version that I did of the song that matched exactly to the intros of the couples and the lead into the best man and maid of honor and then the outro of that, right?